The people you're seeing on the screen are everyday average people with regular jobs, but something in particular about them makes their average story different, and that is that they're multi-millionaires. Ronald Reed, janitor, 8 million net worth. Grace Groner, secretary, $7 million. Geoffrey Holt, groundkeeper factory worker, 3 million. Robert Morin, librarian, 4 million. Sylvia Bloom, secretary, $8.2 million. In order to accumulate those massive fortunes, each individual employed a unique financial approach. Ronald Reed was heavy in diversification of spreading capital across dozens of defensive consumer staple, healthcare, and utility stocks. Grace Groner, she placed a single $180 bet on Abbott Laboratories in 1935, never sold a share, letting stock split, and let years of dividend reinvestment compound. Geoffrey Holt, he bought a broad mutual fund and early secular growth sectors, such as telecommunications before the mobile phone boom. Robert Morin, he combined an extraordinary high savings rate with simple mutual funds, high-yield bank accounts, and whole life cash value accumulation. Sylvia Bloom, she surrounded herself with law firm partners who were currently investing, and by those conversations, she started buying blue chip companies they were buying. All of them took a different approach with their money and ended up with millions of dollars. But we need to dig deeper. We need to formulate the overall strategy where all these average people become multimillionaires. Luckily for you, I did the research and compiled the list of the things they have in common. Number one, the power of unseen frugality. None of them live like millionaires because they have no interest in looking rich. They live deeply modest, simple lives. By keeping their living expenses low, they ensured they always had a surplus of cash to invest, no matter how small their paychecks were. Number two, radical consistency over decades. They didn't try to get rich quick. Instead, they committed to the market for the extreme long term, usually spanning from 50 to 75 years. They understood that the real magic of compounding happens at the very end of the timeline, not the beginning. Number three, automatic dividend reinvestment. They didn't view dividends as spending money or extra income to cash out. They treated dividends as fuel to buy more shares. By automatically reinvesting every single payment, their portfolio grew exponentially. The dividends bought more shares, which paid more dividends, which bought even more shares, creating an unstoppable snowball effect. Number four, investing in what they understood. You won't find speculative fads, penny stocks, or hyper risky assets in their portfolios. They bought high conviction, boring companies that provided everyday essentials. They picked businesses with strong competitive advantages that they knew they would still be around in 20, 30, or 50 years. Number five, extreme buy and hold discipline. They lived through the Great Depression, World War II, the dot-com crash, and the 2008 financial crisis. Yet, they never panicked. They never tried to time the market and rarely sold a single share. They practiced the ultimate form of passive investing, buying high-quality assets and then getting completely out of the way to let the investment grow. So the ultimate lesson here is they proved that financial freedom isn't about having a high-paying tech or corporate job, nor is it about discovering a secret stock. It is entirely about habits, discipline, and time. But we're not in the 1950s anymore. It's 2026, and while the world looks completely different today, with tax apps, fractional shares, high-frequency algorithms, and social media hype everywhere, the fundamental mechanics of building wealth hasn't actually changed at all. In fact, the modern age gives everyday investors massive technological advantages that people like Ronald Reed or Grace Groner could only have dream of, like zero commission trading, instant automatic dividend reinvestment, fractional share purchases, accessible low-cost index funds, and tax advantage accounts. So in today's economy, these are the discipline, actions, and mentality we should do in order to reach your first $1 million. Number one, let's start with the basic. Spend less. The gap between your income and what you spend is the savings rate. The higher the savings rate, the more you can invest off your disposable income. Number two, increase your income. We're living in a different economy than in the 1950s, and staying in a low-paying job will make the investment journey harder to travel. Not saying it's impossible, it's just way more difficult. Try increasing your income by moving jobs, side hustle, or asking overtime at your current employer, and remember, don't increase your spending. Number three, be consistently invested. This is self-explanatory. Thanks to the technology today, we can be 100% invested. Buying stocks is extremely accessible through your phone, and most employers offer a 401k, which is a tax advantage account where you can buy low-cost index funds, and most employers pay you a matching, which is free money additionally to the money you invest. Number four, be aggressive with your contributions. If you are young, there's no need to go at a slow pace. The higher the percentage you can invest, the better. Also, don't be scared to buy and hold convention stocks. Number five, patience. patience. You won't get rich overnight. This is guaranteed. So you need to be very patient and let the seeds you plant grow into a fully grown tree. And last but not least, you're not alone. Sometimes investing can be extremely boring with no one to talk to because not everyone gives enough importance to investing. Find a community of like-minded investors and jump into the conversation with them. Share ideas and keep expanding your investments and economic knowledge. That is what I do in this channel. I share my investing journey in full transparency, talk with other like-minded investors in the comment section, and fully enjoy this journey. So if you want to tag along, all you have to do is subscribe. Don't forget to drop a comment. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.